Welcome to test number 2. Make sure I'm pulling up on stream here. And check the volume levels. With the new laptop, I've seen a lot of really weird kind of migration issues in bringing the software over to this machine. I've changed the names on a whole bunch of the hardware materials, like the microphone itself. So I'm running a couple of tests to see how I've got everything all hooked up. Making sure that all the sounds are still coming through, because I think I'm losing some last time. Okay, it sounded like Mr. Parachute Guy came through. Oh, am I gonna make it? Am I gonna make it? Boom, 75. Let's see if the drop top command works. Interesting, that one does not. Okay, well, I will keep that in mind. Let's go for sound redemption. Okay, the sound is coming through. I don't know if that one is supposed to have a visual to go with it. I guess I will have to go look into that. Let me go to my Just Cam. Okay, we still got the parachute. If I go... Okay, good. It still works. For a while, those sound effects are coming through my microphone channel for some really strange reason, but I believe I've gotten rid of that. Sounds are coming through like sounds. Well, let me do one more test of the parachute guy on the... Two landings in the same day. This is awesome. Okay, successful test. I gotta go look and see if trigger fire is supposed to give a visual flash when you redeem one of those sound effects. Hey, Nico. I figured I could count on someone to pop in. I don't think I can start a stream without the email going out, which is fine. Oh my God, two of you? Well, now I feel obligated to perform. Well, here we go. We'll put the 2 Point Campus back up. I needed something with a little music in the background to test that out too. The only thing I don't have ready to test yet is trying to stream from this new laptop. It is much beefier, so I think it might actually be able to run the intro video to the Colonel Sanders game, maybe, while also streaming it at the same time. The old one definitely choked on that. Yes, this is a super comfy couch. That is why I am broadcasting from here. Somewhere, it's off in that direction. We have a really nice, really heavy dining table set up. When we first started quarantine, that's where I did my work from. And after about 6 months of sitting upright with good posture and everything at that table with the reasonably hard chairs, my back, I think, was permanently disfigured because of it. So I've started working over here on the super comfy couch. We actually refer to it as butter couch because it's soft as butter. So I figured, well, screw it. I'm just going to broadcast from here too, because then I can just lean back. What else have I got? As long as I got a captive audience. Fireworks are still hooked up. I got the birthday. Somewhat a blatant ripoff of Sandwich there, because he's always had his birthday, but mine's bigger and flashier. Oh, Oh, there's a redemption. There we go. All those points have been refunded because they're a wonderful test. Yeah, and that's the one thing I think that thing's missing is I would expect it to be up here drawing some sort of, Nico redeemed goal to go with it. I know there's another one called Blurp. That one I know does visuals. Yeah. One big difference between this laptop and the old one is that in order to get desktop sounds, the Mac actually blocks access to the desktop audio. So I have to put in an audio splitter to run it off to a virtual cable, and then I pull the virtual cable into OBS. But on this machine, when I set that up, it doesn't give me a volume control anymore. It locks it out. So everything's kind of permanent there, although that's going through desktop audio. What looks like desktop audio. I can adjust the volume there. That would mess with the streaming a game from Mac. This one's going to take a little work to figure out, I think. So yeah, I'm using Triggerfire because that's the one that Dan had set up when he did his hanging out with ServoMD spooky video fest with his one sound effect hooked up, like mine. Although mine isn't going to be a 0 redemption, so that or 10 points, whatever it was, so it can't be totally spammed. I actually had a cooldown timer set on mine just so that it isn't a continuous gold horn, which, while lovely, would be a bit distracting. Momentarily, that's turned off so that I can spam it while I'm testing. So as long as I'm doing that, let me go double check which channels that coming through. That's coming through desktop audio, so let's see. If I turn that down a little bit, that's not quite as loud there. That should be about on par with where the game capture card is currently set. And it's setting a little bit lower than my voice is. If I pay attention and I emote from my diaphragm, I can get up into the yellow there, where all of the others are kept a little bit lower. Ooh, hey, if Nico uses that I didn't really look really hard because it was really hard for me to figure out on Triggerfire with 0 documentation where to go to find the link. Oh, brighten that up. So I know that it can support video playback, but I think that's if I upload a video. So that's another option. I know there are a whole bunch of YouTube videos out there that have animations to go with the goal horns. I could put one of those up, but a nice simple user X has redeemed sound Y would be kind of nice. Maybe I'll have to look at adding Blurp also. Maybe use Blurp for sounds and Triggerfire for some video effects. That could be kind of cool. Because fireworks would be some sort of fireworks. Probably not that one, but something a little more muted down might be kind of a fun one to have. YouTube, yeah, I think I did one quick Google search on, where is the link on Triggerfire, and it wasn't exactly something intuitive. Is Triggerfire what Sandwich uses? I haven't gotten him to answer any of the technical questions yet. I've been hounding Dan for that, and I don't. I think Dan was kind of letting ServoMD drive when he was setting his up. This is a nice jam in the background. I wonder if it would just go into radio mode though, while sitting on the menu, because radio mode is definitely the most fun in this game. Let's see what happens if I just let it go on in. Let's see. My SnowRunner truck. Ooh, my truck flip is still there, but it is overlapping the bottom of the shoutout window, or the chat window. I thought I had that set a little bit better. Yeah, over here on the full screen view, I built a separate scene that's basically identical, but takes my cam out, just so I don't have to go hunt for which one of these line items has the cam so I can disable it temporarily. But it looks like I did not line up my truck in the same spot. Oh, whoa, that is moving the entire canvas. Do not do that. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, let me go select you over here then. There we go. That's the whole thing at once. Let's see if I've got those lined up. It's close. For some reason, that one's sitting out a little bit farther. Oops, lost track of it. Oh, now I really screwed it up. I'll tell you what, let me just undo that move real quick. How far off am I? When he's back and himself. Oh, yeah, that's true. It sounds like he's getting close. I did have a little chat with him yesterday. He definitely seems a lot more jovial. And I'm sure you're watching, so... Oh, wait a minute. Hi, Sandwich. Oh, that's right. I'm doing that back and forth. What I really wanted to do is show me the coordinates on this truck so that I can just go type in the same number on each of them. But I'm not seeing that. Oh, they're off by about a pixel from each other. There we go. I think that's got it. I really screwed that up. Really should be the tagline for this entire channel. Well, honestly, for most Twitch channels. Yeah. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh crap. My favorite was I was trying to resize the capture window here because it defaulted. Where did it default? It defaulted to something small, like the upper 2/3 of the screen. So I thought, oh, hey, here's a transform option. Let me do the transform, and let me set it to fill the whole screen. And rather than changing the transform of that particular capture window, it altered the size of my entire canvas. So all of a sudden, I was trying to broadcast permanently at like 480p. And I think it took me 20 minutes of hunting through menus and sending private Discord messages to a couple of streamers I know going, how do you undo the thing in OBS? Because the undo menu doesn't undo that one. So somewhere in there, if I ever do it to myself again, I don't even know where it was. Oh crap. I probably ought to go find that someday just in case I do it, because I'm going to do it again. But yeah, I finally figured out where the change the canvas setting was. I tend to watch YouTube videos during the day while I'm working at 144p just to keep my bandwidth usage down, and that's what I always tell myself. It's better than 144i. If I actually turn and want to see what's going on, though, then I'll crank it all the way up to like 360. But I always keep it nice and low. I don't want to broadcast that low though, because I've been experimenting with some options on pulling down my VODs to put them up onto YouTube, just this kind of a record. Someday I'll be able to go back and laugh at how terrible everything was at the beginning and how differently terrible it is then. Yeah, you know what? On the phone screen, probably wouldn't make much of a difference, but on the laptop, it's definitely noticeable. Yeah, I know. Sometimes there's like a 244 option. I'll go with that one because I figure, hey, it's one notch up from the basement, so it's got to be good. Well, now that I'm just yammering around, let's see what happens if I change this mid-flight to just chatting. Because I think what I have seen before, and I don't know if it's because I touched something incorrectly. Let's, oh, there we go. There's a pause. I don't know if it's because I touched something incorrectly or if it's what it does, but I was noticing that it was breaking my VODs up based on my category changes. So I'd actually get multiple entries, which actually is kind of cool of it. As it so happens, the time that I did that, though, it broke before I had actually changed games, because I changed games in the middle, and I don't know whether it's because I kicked something or it's one of my temporary I got booted off the internet things, and we go to the not like this kid, and if that caused the break, or if I just changed the setting, the category, and then got around to changing the game after the fact, because that, honestly, that would also be like me. Let me turn off the snow runners. Now those I have set to just using the visibility icon. That is my Mac desktop as it looks right now, since it's not working. That's the just me. I have this set up. Oh, hey, that tells me it's actually got the playback audio going on that. This is a pre-recorded video. I was testing that out. Oh, yeah, I can hear it play back on the monitor laptop I have set up watching this. And then I've turned off the mic on my BRB screen, just so that I can avoid saying really filthy things on the air. Ooh, yep, and now that I have a separate, for my headphone microphone, I actually have to build a completely independent input source now. And that one I don't even have set on the BRB screen, so that I can't accidentally hot mic there. I would have to hot mic into the machine's built-in microphone, and I haven't gotten that to work on OBS at all yet, which is fine. I really don't need it. Why did it not play the campus radio here? I still got the elevator music. It's a total jam, sure, but DJ volume? Supposed to have DJ. So give me DJ, man. I think I've already got these. In fact, I believe this is the game I was playing when I did the category change, and I don't think I've played it again since then, although I love the 2-point series. Minor changes over time make the stream better. Oh, that is absolutely true. I've with all the streamers that I have watched, that has always been the case.
You're listening to Ricky Hawthorne.
Hey, there's the DJ.
On 2-Point Radio. Hello there, it's Ricky Hawthorne on 2-Point Radio.
Yeah, it is a good progression when you don't really notice it. It's
the
the stuff that I spend most of my week thinking about continuously. How do I change it? Usually it's not what should I change it, how do I go about changing it? Because a lot of this stuff is not documented well at all. And, ooh, there's an icon down there right above the play button. A setting sun that's setting into the sea? I don't even know what that represents in this game. But yes, I'm very steadily working my way through getting things like finally getting the sound redemption. I also found an open source Republic credits icon to use for my channel points now, so it's not the generic circle with a little flash on it. What do I have? Hydrate and Goal are my only two added redeems, but I definitely have notions for those, especially now that I have a sound one working. I couldn't get it to work for a while, and that's how I discovered it was related to the sound piping that has to happen on this new machine here. Because it was trying to route it through my microphone, at least through the microphone input. I don't even know how I had it set up that way. I'm guessing it copied the microphone setting from the old laptop and then tried to implement it as best it could on this new piece of machinery with the different addresses for different hardware ports. But now it's routing it through desktop audio, which is probably slightly suboptimal, but it'll do. My next step is to see if I can tie directly to that virtual cable. I should be able to do that. I don't remember it showing up on the list, but I think it's pulling the list from what I'm actively running at the time. And if I'm actively running my split, then it just sees the desktop audio half. So now I'll just muse poetic about all of my settings here. But yeah, I want to get a couple more video redeems hooked up. I found one that's just a delight. That's a pack of corgis charging across the screen, but it's not green screened very well, so it ends up being just a full screen replacement, kind of like the birthday jam. So yeah, if I added a happy birthday redeem, it would be more like sandwiches, where it's just a green screened overlay. But when I'm calling them out intentionally, we're definitely going to go full screen there. There are a lot of jobs for janitors around campus. I just paused, right? I think it's paused.
Janitor needed to unblock toilets.
Yes, it is. Okay, good. I do. Although, this is the school that I've actually completed. I'm ready to move on to the next one, so I don't think I'll lose anything terrible if I just let this idle and let everything go to crap. Although it looks like I have an opportunity to go for 3 stars, because I haven't actually graduated anyone from the school yet, so I'll get back to that later. In fact, maybe I was going to do an opening act for Dan, who's going to be... let's see, Jason Bullman is not going to be streaming today because it is hot and fiery up in Seattle. It's current temperature is 79 degrees, but down here in Portland, all of a sudden overnight there are like 3 regional fires, so it's still kind of a creepy orange in the sky, but none of the fires are anywhere near me. I got used to this a lot living in Colorado for 25, 30 years, so I don't typically need to worry about evacuating for fire until the last possible minute. The smoke here isn't so bad. We had a big fire nearby 2 years ago that rained ash down on the cars. That one, it was really hard to breathe. I was actually supposed to drive out past the fire zone to at the time a new client to pick up a laptop from them to use for the work that I was going to do. And I got as far as downtown, and I had to turn around and come back. Even with the air filter in the car, it was so thick I was choking. So this time it's just that creepy orange glow out. Officially, I am just west of Portland, but I am in the metropolitan region within the growth boundary zone. I thought I'd heard you mention something about Portland on one of those Xeno streams. Well, I'm sure there are fires out there. There was one actually up in the gorge 2 years ago. Some kid was out there shooting off fireworks in the middle of a drought and a fire warning. Out shooting off fireworks, had a couple of leftovers and kicked them over the cliff face down into the brush below and set the entire gorge on fire. And I think it was hard to breathe for 3 or 4 days in here. Yeah, here at my house, it was the fire raged for 2.5 weeks through the gorge. You're trying to creep me, aren't you? It is weird how often I've seen that happen with every streamer I follow. It's, hey, where do you live? Oh, really? What city? Oh, hey, what street? What's your address? What's your credit card number? What's your credit score? Uh-oh, foul language allowed. Oh, yeah, that prick, the gorge prick. Yeah, that's okay, because he felt bad afterward. I think they were actually going to try to make him pay some kind of reparations, but I'm pretty sure he was in high school, so I don't know exactly how much, unless they plan to garnish his wages for most of the rest of his life. Let me tinker around. Let me see if there's anything else to play with as long as I'm here. This may actually be... Oh, yeah, like I was trying to say before I sidetracked myself, Jason Bullman is not going to stream today, but Dan is planning to go on his own. I think he's kind of looking to do a little bit of not co-streaming for a little while to really get back into the swing of it, because they haven't done their Sunday Scaries since December, I think. So he's... Oh, yeah, he was going to do... what is that? A really cool game. I played the demo on the Switch, the Highway 96. So he's gonna play through some of that today. So I thought I might do a bit of an opening act, somewhere between 1 and 2 hours, depending on how thick the smoke is at that point, whether I can talk that long or not. So maybe I'll come back. Maybe I'll get back into this game a little bit since I haven't touched it for a while. It seems like Wednesdays are probably going to be my SnowRunner days. I get a lot of people from the SnowRunner community that I leaned heavily on to get to my 50 followers to make affiliate. So they're... My SnowRunner streams get about 3 to 4 times the viewership of anything else. Might be because they're in the midweek, might not be. I'm not sure yet. At this point, I'm no longer really that concerned about metrics because I am never going to make partner. I don't even know that I'd want to make partner because I'm pretty sure my current job makes more money than I could make as partner unless I got to be something like Critical Role, I guess. I assume they got to be able to make a ton of money because just ad revenue alone, they've got 20,000 eyeballs a couple of times a week. That might be nice. Let me scan around. Oh, hey, you know what? Let me take a look. Where's... Oh, no, I've got Trigger Fire set up. So it's... Oh, I gotta go this way. So it's a box that, reflected here in my cam, sits about that big around. So if it was doing video... It does sit above the capture video. Oh yeah, I've got capture video set at the very bottom. That's good. That's where it should be. So yeah, if it did a video, it should have shown up right there. If I go to Trigger Fire, I don't think they have any cheesy default videos. It would be fun to run a quick test to see if it actually fills that space right there like I've already got set up. Select video. Do they have any? No, I have to actually push it up myself. Okay, well, that'll have to be a test for a later day. But I will probably come back later on this afternoon then. It's probably going to be somewhere between 2 and 3 Pacific time. Because Dan will probably start right about 4. Maybe I'll play this for about an hour and then raid over to Dan and we'll have some fun. And maybe in the meantime, I'll see if I can get some extra redeems hooked up and just turn it into a click party. And since everyone will be helping to test, I'll set the redemptions low because I guess I don't need to burn through everybody's points right now since I don't get anything from taking them all on my own. So thanks for the visit in the company. And I'll see you again in a few hours, perhaps. Click party. Bye.